Welcome to Arthur L. Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, home to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Liberty Flames. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Flames will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Western Kentucky's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Caught in the backfield, it's Young. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Flames offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. To the air, it's Salter. Still looking, on the move. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. This offense has a 2nd down play. From the gun, the ground game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Fires to the wideout. Makes a diving catch along the left sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Offense set on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Second and 10 here. Off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. On first down, here comes this offense. Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. He'll ride his man on the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Feeling some heat. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Coming after it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And the Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing second and long from the 19. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Flames will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching close routes or goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind him, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
The Hilltoppers look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Try to get it on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. And the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got it in the middle. It's Copeland. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Got rid of it just in time. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind, you look, fires one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Salter. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incomplete.
Time to take a shot. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Liberty.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. So an 82-yard drive there. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day so far there today in Lynchburg. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that done. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Hilltoppers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the option. Quick toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Dropping back, it's Salter. Trying to escape and get it. There's a live football. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. He's off to the races. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. He now has 85 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Flames! And that one will give them the lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. An 84-yard drive there, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Liberty. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UConn. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Hilltoppers are flying down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Final play of the quarter coming. On the option, it's Salter. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And that is the final play of the quarter. And guys, Liberty has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Salter. Going downfield for the big play. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's got it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
Looking to pass. It's Salter. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, that is a huge missed opportunity for this offense. When big plays like that present themselves, you have got to hit them. Receiver did a great job with his route. He was able to get behind coverage. He had a step on his man. Quarterback's got to be able to make that throw.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
To the air on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect and keep this drive alive and keep that clock running. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Flames will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Back to the air one more time. Snags it over the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better to have some guys ready in the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Touchdown, WKU. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense will quickly use the timeout. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He'll set up to throw. He caught it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. And he's just going to spike it. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Topper. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner will be knocked down. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this...
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 25. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the